Hello, Alia. Lovely to see you. How are you? Are you having a good day? I hope so. It's been quite warm here, but it's now quite cloudy and windy, but it's still not that cold, I have to say. Hello, Kim. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. You were sleeping a lot, were you, Alia? Right, okay. Yeah, I must admit, I've had a little snooze this afternoon while the Grand Prix was on. And I missed the best bits. So there you go. It's a lesson learned. It's windy where you are as well, Kim, is it? Yeah, it is. It is quite windy. Not great for us that suffer with hay fever, I have to say. Because I suffer with my hay fever really quite badly, but some days it's good. Hello, December Hill. I'm sure that's not your real name, but hello. Lovely to see you on here. Oh, you're in Italy, are you, Alia? Lovely. Um, Good for the washing. Yes, you're right, Kim. My parents have got a place in Italy, Alia, in a place called Longobardy, which is right down south in Italy. They've had that for about 10 years now. So, yes, we'll just wait for a few more people to join us. Yeah, it is a nice place. Very nice place. Right. Okay. I think. Oh, it's your real name. December. Do you know, I've never heard that, December, and I'm sorry that I didn't think that was your real name. Um, Hello, Tracy. Hello, Hapsa. Hello, Joe Megan. Happy Sunday to you all. Michaela, Jane, hello. Lovely to see you. Right, okay. I'm just going to quickly explain the way I'm going to work this evening. So the way that I work is clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, and clairsentiently. I see, hear, and feel spirit. Now, I see pictures in my mind. I can feel the emotions of spirit, and I hear things, names, dates, all sorts of things as well. Okay, I'm going to be doing mini readings, so I'm going to bring through the communicator. I'm going to say the relationship and the reason that they passed. Then I'll give three pieces of information, and then I will go to the message to try and get round as many people as I can. Okay, first off, I'm going to pull a card. So I'm going to pull a card and I'm going to see who I am drawn to. Okay, let me see. Right, December, I'm drawn to you. So I'm going to pull a card for you, okay? If you could just acknowledge that you've just heard me, which I'm sure you have, that would be lovely. I'm going to pull a card, I'm going to show it, and then I'm going to read it. Hello, Claire. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Tracy. Right, December. The card that I've got for you is a card called the Ocean, okay? And this is a beautiful card. And it's very spiritual as well. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the colours very well, December, but so the colours, you've got the sea in the background, okay? And the colours are sort of green, a greeny blue. And the angel that I have here, wrong way, Claire. Yeah, the angel that I have, he is dressed in green. And to me, green is a very spiritual colour. To me, green to me is healing. It could mean different things to different people, but to me it means healing. Okay, December. Right, let me read the card and we'll go from there. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Okay, beautiful card, the ocean. Would you understand with you, December, that you are, what I want to say is that you could do with some self-healing at the moment. That's what I want to say. You could do with some soothing at the moment. You could do with some time out at the moment. You've been doing a lot of healing. Have you been doing healing on yourself, or have you been doing healing to others? Because I feel that what this card is saying, this card is deeply, it's to do with healing. And I just feel with you that at the moment you really do need to have that calmness around you. I just feel with you that life has been so busy going forward. And okay, it's made life very busy, as though you're going sort of 95 miles an hour. Would you understand that, December? I mean, this card is, I don't know if you can get near to water. I find water very healing, I have to say, and very calming. When I go away, I spend a lot of time in the sea. I have to say that, a lot of time in the sea. And this card is just saying you need to, okay, how can I put this? I feel that you need to bring yourself back to your center. And when I say you need to bring yourself back to your center, I just feel that you need to get all your chakras in alignment, because I feel that they're just a little bit out of balance at the moment. But if you've been doing healing, whether you've been doing healing, working on yourself with healing, I want to say that you need to keep doing that, okay? Because I do feel, I feel with you that you need to be at your peak. You need to get to your peak. Because I also want to say, I feel also with you, I feel that you're quite spiritual as well, December. I don't know if you feel spirit around you, but I do feel that with you. You live close to a river, do you? Well, I hope that you spend a lot of time there. And just enjoy, just enjoy the nature, just enjoy the world around you, and just give yourself a break. That's what I want to say. Give yourself a break, okay? And feel that love that you have around. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that helped, December. I really do. Right, okay. I am now going to go to the spirit world. Right, okay. That is why you have that card, December. Okay? The love is there. They are around you. They know that you need that help and guidance. Okay, December? So I'm going to leave that with you. Right, lovely. Right, sorry everyone. I just wanted to say, I can't remember who it was, but the lady on here who said, do you know where my car is? I'm afraid I don't. No, sorry, I can't. I don't do things like that. Okay, so right, let's go to the spirit world. Okay, good, December. Okay, so I've got a lady with me in the spirit world, and I feel as though this lady is sister, or if she's not sister, she's like a sister. Okay, I believe that this lady passed the spirit world, and I want to say she didn't pass the spirit world with breast cancer. I want to say that she would have passed with lung cancer. It's definitely not breast cancer, but there's something going on around there. Okay, there's something going on around there. This lady, I feel she would have passed the spirit world before her time. Okay, I feel that she would have passed the spirit world. I want to say mid to late 40s. Yeah, late 40s. No, maybe late 40s, early 50s. Okay. If anybody can understand that with someone's sister, like a sister. This lady, she was about 5'7". Okay. She was about 5'7", 5'8". She let me see. And I want to say that she was a really vibrant lady. Okay. I want to say that she was and I want to say that she was quite she was quite a fit lady as well. I want to say that about her. She looks fit. So I feel like she liked to keep fit and healthy. Saying that about her as well. And I want to say she was sporty. She was sporty. That's what I want to say about her. Right, Kim, you say your mum had lung cancer, which spread to her chest. Joe, Megan, you say it's your sister. Kim, as I said, sister or like a sister, do you would you understand that you were close to your mum? And do you also understand everything else I've said about her? And your mum wasn't sporty, right? Okay. What about you, Joe, Megan? You say your sister. Can you understand everything else that I've said about her, the description of her? As I said, I just feel that she was quite a fit lady. She was sporty, right? Okay. I am right. I feel that I'm with you, Joe, Megan. Okay, so if I could work with you, if that's okay, we'll work together. Okay, right. Okay, so this lady, as I said, she was really vibrant. And I said she was sporty as well. And I want to say about her, Joe, Megan, that she had a zest for life. She was very funny. She was very sociable as well. That's what I want to say. She was liked by many, and she had a good group of friends. And I feel that the bond that you had together, the bond that you had was a really close bond. All right. Um, I don't know what she's not telling me what your age difference was, so I'm not going to guess. But I do want to say that I do feel that you were quite close to each other, and I do feel that you would have done quite a lot of things together. Okay. And I want to say also, would you understand when I say she would have took you under her wing? Would you understand that if I say she would have took you under her wing? That's what I want to say about her. What else? What else have we got? What else are you trying to say? Yeah, definitely loved the outdoors. And I feel that you did too. I feel that you did too. And would she have gone swimming? Do you understand that she would have gone swimming, or that you too would have gone swimming? That's what I want to say, that you too would have gone swimming. I can just see water and I can see the pair of you. So I don't know if you can understand that at all, Joe, Megan, but that's what I want to say about her also. Now, I've got the names, I've got Alice, I've got Belinda, and I've got Mary as well, Joe, Megan. So I don't know if you can take any of those names. And I've also want to give you the month of okay, the month of September, and I want to give you the second week in September for an anniversary or a passing. Yeah, the second week in September. Can I just go back before I go to the reason why she's come through, Joe Megan? Can I just go back and say, do you understand the swimming? Because I've got this water, and I see the two of you there. So September is your birthday. Thank you. Lovely. Right. Okay. So, and I also want to say about your sister that she was very wise. She was a very wise lady. Okay. Very wise. And she always had good advice. Very good advice. Right. Okay, Joe Megan, I'm going to go to, you were looking at pics of her fishing the other day. Maybe that's it then. Maybe that's it. Right. I'm going to go to the reason why she's come through to see you today. Okay. Now, right. I do believe, as I said before, Joe Megan, that she was very wise. She's a very wise lady, and she always gave good advice. And you would listen to that advice, and you would take that advice as well. That's what I want to say about your sister. And if you were ever in need, she was always there for you. All right. So she has come through today to see you. She's come through to, I want to say she's come through to give you a little bit of an oomph. So a little bit of a, I'm going to say this because that's what she's saying to me. A little bit of advice is what I want to say. Okay. So she wants me to say to you that you need to stop putting obstacles in your way. Okay. She also wants to say that you need also to believe in what you're doing, okay, and believe in yourself. All right, that's what she wants to say. If there's something that you want to do, Joe Megan, then you do it. And you do it your way and nobody else's way. I know that doesn't really make sense, but you do it your way, okay? She's saying that you are such a kind-hearted soul. You always have been. She's saying, and you always will be. All right. And she says, she's also saying, Joe Megan, that you just need to believe in yourself that little bit more. Just believe in yourself that little bit more. Because once you do, she's saying, once you do, the world is your oyster. Or your lobster. She just said that. The world is your lobster. I don't know if you've ever said that or she's ever said that, but that's just what I've got. Okay. So she's sending a lot of love to you. Okay. There's a lot of love in here for you. And I would just like to say thank you for working with me. Okay. Right. Lovely. Lovely lady. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go back to the spirit world. Okay. You're welcome, Joe Megan. You're welcome. Right. Okay. So I have got a child with me. Okay. And this child is female. And this child would have passed to the spirit world with some form of leukemia. So it was cancer, but I feel that it was leukemia. Okay. When this child passed the spirit world, she wasn't very old. I would say she was no more than 5 or 6, because that's the way she's showing herself to me. She's showing herself to me. She has a beautiful grin on her face, a beautiful smile, not a grin, a beautiful smile on her face. Okay. She has long hair. In the way she's presenting herself to me, she has long hair, and that hair is plaited. Okay, that hair is plaited at the back in 2 plaits. She has brightly coloured shorts on. Okay, brightly coloured shorts on, and a brightly coloured, and I want to say it's a lemon coloured top. Okay, a lemon coloured top. And she was an angel. Okay, she was very vibrant, she was very full of life. She was a very chatty young lady. Does anybody understand that with this young lady? What else can I tell you about her? She was very inquisitive. She was very she was into most things. You know, she was always asking questions. She was very curious about things. You couldn't keep her quiet. You couldn't keep her quiet. She was chatter all of the time. That's what I want to say about her. Can anybody understand that with this young lady? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm just going to get a couple more bits, and then if not, I will have to send her back. But she's definitely here today for someone. Okay, so just let me get a couple more pieces of information. Okay. She was very bright as well. She was very bright. That's what I want to say. Michaela, your granddaughter died aged 3, had blonde hair, but there was no cause of death. So you don't know how she died then? I don't know why. I don't want to make it fit. Gemma, I would say she was between 5 or 6 when she passed away. That's what I want to say. So I don't feel I'm with you, Michaela, and I'm not going to make it fit. So I feel that she was 5 or 6. She was a very bright young lady. She always had a smile on her face. She brought joy. I think even as she was curious and would be 5 now. But then you said no underneath. No, I don't feel that I'm with you. I don't know, Gemma, if it makes a difference with the name, but I'm going to ask her to go back. I will just say with this young lady that she comes through, and she comes through with enormous amount of love for someone. Okay. And she just wants you to know that she's okay. All right. So I'm going to ask her to step back, and yeah. Okay. So she has stepped back. All right. Right. Just let me see who else I can get. Let me see. Right, okay. Right, I've got a lady with me, okay? And this lady, she is, I want to say she's mother. She's definitely mother, okay? She is not very tall. I want to say she is probably about 5'4" at the most. Yep, 5'4". And she's also very, how can I say it? She speaks her mind. She's a lady that says it as it is. She's always been like that. There's no point, she's saying, in faffing around. All right. This lady also, she was someone she was a no nonsense lady. Okay. she was very, I don't feel that she would have worn a lot of makeup. I don't feel that she went in for that, really. The way she's dressed, she is, she's dressed sensibly. She's got a skirt on, she's got a shirt on. And I want to say also with this lady that she's also got one of those pinnies on, you know, the wraparound ones. And what I want to say about this lady is that she was a really hard working lady. Okay, a really hard working lady. And I feel that she would have worked for most of her life. You know, she really worked really hard to put food on the table for her family. Okay. I also want to say with her as well that I want to say with her that she herself had quite a hard life growing up. I feel it was quite hard growing up for her. And I feel that that's where she got her strength and her determination. And yeah, Gemma, you say that sounds like your grandmother, but she was a mum to you. So can you understand everything that I've said, Gemma? Because if you can, I'm going to work with you. Okay. She was really, as I said, she was really feisty and really no nonsense. But what I want to say about her, Gemma, is that she had a kind heart as well. She had a kind heart. Right, I'm with you, Gemma. Then let's work together on this with your grandmother. You say, but she was like a mother to you. Okay, I feel that that bond between you was really close. That's what I want to say about that. Now, I also want to say that your nan was quite a funny lady as well. She could be very funny and she could be very dry, is what I want to say about her. She could be very dry. And she is making me laugh. She would say what she thought, and she was never malicious about it. She was never a malicious person, but she couldn't see the point at all in pussyfooting around the situation. If somebody asked you a question, then she would just give you the answer, whether you liked it or not. That was just the way that she was. Very down to earth, very down to earth. But I feel with her, Gemma, that people respected her for that. They respected her because they knew with your nan that they would get an honest answer. Okay, that's what I think, the way that she was with people. Saying that, Gemma, she was also someone who would always be there if you needed her. Okay, she chose violence, did she? Well, she's not shown me that, Gemma. I know that she's very feisty. I know that. Okay, and that she could certainly win a war of words. That's what I want to say about her. She could win a war of words. I do feel as well, as I said, she worked really, really hard, and there would always be a meal on the table. That's what I want to say. Even when there wasn't a lot of money around, okay, there was always something. She was very self-sustaining, your grandmother. Okay, she was very self-sustaining. I also feel that she would her house was her palace. You know, it wasn't Kensington Palace, but it was her home, and she liked it to be just so. But it was a home, I want to say, Gemma, that was filled with laughter, and filled with love. And right, okay. And also, as well, I want to say that she liked a nice bit of tea and sympathy. I feel she would have had people round for a cup of tea and a slice of cake, maybe, or a bun. Am I seeing a bun or a cake? But I can see a teapot. Okay, and Gemma, would you remember with her this teapot that she would have had, because she would have poured her tea out of a pot? And I also feel with her as well that she would have had a strainer. It was proper tea, and it was proper strong tea as well. Proper strong tea is what I wanted to say. She baked quite a lot. I feel that she was a really good cook as well. But I feel for you, your grandmother was your she was your safe space. Okay, she was someone that you could, again, you could talk to her, and you could open your heart to her, and she would give you advice. If you were down, she would bring you up. Okay. And I also feel that you learned a lot from her, Gemma. You learned a lot from her, and you learn how to, I'm going to say, survive. That's what you learned how to do. And you got all your skills from your nan, because she loved you fiercely, your nan. She loved you fiercely. I have to say that, Gemma. Okay? Right, I'm going to go to the reason why she has come through to see you this evening. And already I'm feeling, I can feel a lot of love from your nan coming through straight away. A lot of love. And I feel a lot of laughter coming through from her as well. So she's up there now, but she's still, I feel that she's still laying down the law. She's still laying down the law. Okay, right. I don't know if you feel your nan around you at all, Gemma. I don't know if you feel her around you, but she has been around you quite a bit lately. And I don't know if you've also, whether or not you've been, like sometimes when you feel like you've been touched on the face, but there's nothing there, like cobwebby things. I feel that may have been happening to you as well. At the moment, that's her. Okay, I just want to tell you that that's her. She's come through because what you do feel her, lovely. She wants to, first of all, say to you, it's great to be able to come through, and to be able to talk to you. And she's saying, great, you know that it's me. You know that it's me. You say on your hair too, but you know that it's me. Okay. She wants to say to you, all right, that she is very, very proud of you, Gemma. Okay. She wants you to know that she is very, and I've said it once, but I'm going to say it again, very, very proud of you. Okay. The hurdles that you have had to, or the journey that you have been on, that's what she said. The journey that you have been on hasn't always been plain sailing, shall we say. But she's saying that you have always stuck to what you believe. You have always listened to your own gut, your own instinct. Okay, that's what she's saying. And you have become a really strong woman, a really strong woman. You're like me, she says. You're like me. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself down, and you put one foot in front of the other, and you never give up. Okay, I feel that you are a lot like your nan. And I also feel as well that you've seen your fair share of heartache, but you have come through it. All right, that's what she wants to get across to you, Gemma. You have come through it. Okay. And she's saying that whatever life throws at you, you will succeed. because you have that steely determination, and also you have your Nan's love, and you have your Nan's support. Okay, you have her support. All right. I don't know why she's giving me this. I'm giving you this from her. She's giving me some scones. Okay, she's given me a plate of scones. I don't know if she likes scones, she made scones, or you like scones, but that's what she's given me, Gemma. Okay. And I want to leave her love with you, and for you to just know that she is always there for you. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Thank you for working with me. She was lovely, Gemma. Right, I'm going to pull another card. Okay, let me. Oh, God, they've just all fallen all over the place. She used to make them. That's why then. Okay. Right, let me see. Who am I drawn to? Sharon Calladine. I hope I said that okay, Sharon, but that's who I'm drawn to, and I'm going to pick a card for you. Okay, let's see what card we get. Okay, so the card that I've got for you, Sharon, is a card called Time to Go. Okay, now this card is yeah, again, you can't really see the colours. I'm going to have to get better lighting in here. I suppose you can. So this is of an angel. It's a male angel, and he is right. I'm going to do a course on this so I get this better. And he is running. He's in a running, flying position, and he has a staff in front of him. Okay. And also, I don't know if you can see it, but we've got the sea there, and it's got the sun is sort of coming down. I don't know if it's coming down or rising. I think it might be rising. Right, let's read the card and go from there. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and each cycle. Okay, Sharon? So I'm just going to read that one more time. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Right, Sharon. What does this card say to me about you? Okay, would you understand, Sharon, that would you understand that I feel with you? Okay, I feel with you that there's something on the horizon, or there's something that is coming up for you. And also what I want to say, Sharon, about this card is I feel that with you that one door has closed. Okay, one door has closed. But what I want to say, that door has closed, but it has closed for a reason. Okay. And also what I want to say to you as well is I feel that when this door closed, or this situation closed, it was upsetting in a way. That's what I want to say, upsetting in a way. But what this card is saying is that it shouldn't be, okay? Because as the card says, as every day closes, as the sun sets every day, we start a new day, and we have new potential, and we have new growth. Okay. And what this card is saying to you, that I feel something has come to the end, but I want to say with you that there is something that is happening. I don't know what, because I'm not getting it off the card, and I'm not getting it off of you either. But do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying to you, Sharon? And what I want to say to you also as well is that you need to be excited about it. You need to be excited. I feel that you feel a little bit sort of like that at the moment. You know, it's building yourself back up again. But that door had to close for this next door to open. Okay. And I can just see the potential in you. I want to say with you as well, Sharon, would you understand that you felt a bit held back, is what I want to say. Like you're not showing your full potential, Sharon. And now I believe is the time. Now I believe is the time for you to take that leap. Okay? To take that leap. You say the last few months have been horrid, but getting better. Okay, this is what this card is saying. The past is the past. It happened, but it's gone. What you now have to look forward to is the future. Every day when we wake up, there is a new future. There is a new opportunity for all of us, and for you, Sharon, to make that difference, to move that little bit further. And I want to say to give yourself a break. That's what I want to say, to give yourself some self-love. Give yourself some self-love and some self-healing, because I feel that's what you need at the moment, Sharon. Okay. But I do see on going forward, there is a new door that is opening, and it is going to be, you're going to get up and up. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you. Okay. It's a beautiful card. It's a very spiritual card. And just for you, just look forward. Okay. Just look forward. Right. Okay. Let me go back to the spirit world. Just bear with me. Okay. So I've got a gentleman with me. And I believe that this gentleman, the way he was dressed, I believe this gentleman is grandfather. I'm going to say grandfather. Okay. This gentleman, he would have passed the spirit world. I feel it was a heart condition. I don't think it was a heart attack, but I feel it was a heart condition. Okay. That would have really slowed him down, and it would have made him quite wheezy as well. Quite wheezy, I feel, shortness of breath. This gentleman is dressed. So this gentleman, he is dressed in, he's got trousers on, he's got a shirt on, he's got a waistcoat on as well, and he's got a jacket on. And I feel that the material that I have got, I can feel it. I can see it and I can feel it. It's like that brushed cotton type feel. That's what I want to say. Okay. And this gentleman, he wore a hat, a flat cap. That's what I want to say. It was a cap, because he was forever taking this cap off, forever saying hello. He had a very happy disposition. Okay, a very happy disposition. He loved the outdoors, and I feel that this gentleman would have loved to go walking. He would have loved to have gone walking. All right. When this gentleman was working, because I don't know that he was working as he's presenting himself to me, but when he was working, I feel that he would have had a job that was quite hands-on, really. He was very good with his hands. That's what I want to say. He was very good with his hands. And I also feel that he was also quite, I want to say he was quite a handyman as well. Tanya, you say it sounds like your pap. Is that a word for grandfather? Or is that, or are you saying it sounds like your father? It's just this gentleman. And I've got to say, definitely with the hat. So is your grandfather then? You said yes, but then after that I said dad, so it's your grandfather. Okay, right, okay. Well, if you can understand everything that I've said to you, then if we could work together, that would be lovely, okay? So, as I said, your grandfather, lovely man, really lovely man. Very good with his hands, I want to say. He was very good with and he was very good at fixing things as well. I want to say that your grandfather would have been very handy around the house. Very handy around the house. He could fix anything up. A shelf, he could do the lot. Would you remember with your grandfather, would you remember that he would have had a shed within his garden? Because I feel like that it was sort of like his go-to place, his little haven that he would go to. And I just feel that there would be all sorts of tools and all sorts of things in there. It was like an Aladdin's cave, really. Yes, his shed was awesome. Right. Okay. Yeah, I do feel like it was an Aladdin's cave. And I also want to say for you as a child, it was like an Aladdin's castle, really. And I do feel that you would have spent quite a lot of time with your grandfather in there, because I do feel with you that you are, I want to say you're someone who is quite inquisitive, okay? Very quite inquisitive, and you would always be asking questions. And I feel that your grandfather would have had stories and stories to tell. And I can see you in there. I can see him and I can see you. And he was so sort of like, you were so fascinated by what he had to say. And in return, he loved chatting to you. He really did. He loved chatting to you, and he loved being in that shed. Okay. Would you also remember with him as well that he liked his garden? Because I can see a nice garden. I can see vegetables. I can see a patch with vegetables growing. So I feel that he would have had a hand at growing his own vegetables. And I also feel that he would have liked his garden as well. And it would have looked lovely, the garden. And he had a huge garden, right? Okay. And I want to say that he would also he was a man who he just loved to be outdoors. That's what he loved, to be outdoors. Okay. He loved to be out. He really loved his garden. And also, do you understand, Tonya, that you would have gone on walks with your granddad? I do feel that you would have gone on walks with your granddad, because where they lived, I feel that there was a lot of greenery, and a lot to go and see. Yeah. So I feel that you and him would have gone on walks together. Okay. I do feel with him sometimes, sorry, he's making me laugh. I do feel with him that sometimes he would spend quite a lot of time in that shed, and he would have to be shouted out of the shed. I can hear someone calling him for his dinner. Okay. So I do feel that he would have to be shouted out, if you can understand that. Now I've got the name Arthur, I've got the name George, and I've got the name David. So Arthur, George, and David. I also want to give you the month of July. I want to give you the second week in July for an anniversary or a passing. Yeah, I want to say towards the end of the second week of July, beginning of the third week of July. Okay. Your nanny had to yell for him. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Because he used to hide in that shed. Right. Okay. I don't know if you can take any of those names or you can take the month. Right. I am going to go to the reason why he's come through to see you. Okay. Let me see what he's got to say. Okay. First of all, he was, and again, they just give it to me. Okay. First of all, he's giving me to give to you a bunch of carrots. Okay. And these carrots are long stemmed carrots, and they've got the greenery on the top. So and they're in a bunch, and I feel that they're wrapped around, they've got string wrapped around them or something like that. Whether or not he grew carrots or you like carrots, I don't know, but that's what he's given me. Okay. He's also coming through today with you with a lot of strength for you at the moment, Tonya. For a lot of strength for you at the moment. I feel with you at the moment that you could do with you could do with a little bit of a lift at the moment. All right. Would you understand that things have been a little bit hectic of late? That's what I want to say. Hectic of late, and it's taken its toll on you a little bit. And would you understand that you would feel a little bit weary at the moment? Because what he's saying is, he's coming through for you with that strength and that love, and to sort of say to you, I am here. But I'll also say to you as well, to say that I feel with him, he wants you to get back outside. I feel he's saying that you need to get outside, to get in that beautiful fresh air, to see the world in its beauty, like you and he did when you were younger. Okay, like you and he did. That's what I want to say to you. All right. He's saying keep doing what you do, but also take time for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to leave his love with you, and I'm going to say thank you very much for working with me, Tonya. Again, he was a lovely man. Right, I am going to pull another card. Let me see. You're welcome, Tonya. You really are. Right, Kay Weezy Jones. I don't know if that's your name, Kay Weezy, but I'm drawn to you, okay? So let me pull a card for you and see what we have got. Oh, I'll tell you what, we have a bit of a theme today. So the card I've got for you, Kay Weezy, is not South Africa. The card I've got for you is Fresh Air. The card is called Fresh Air, okay? And this is a beautiful card, and it's of an angel, and she is walking along a pathway. Well, she's walking along the grass. She's walking with a basket. She's got the wind in her hair. She's got beautiful, she's got a young man with her. She has beautiful purple wings, a beautiful purple skirt as well. Okay, so I'm going to read what the card says, Kawizi. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Special time outside, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. So what this card is saying to me, Kawizi, is that, okay, basically what the card says, I feel with you that you're not getting enough refreshment. You're not getting enough re-energization, if that's a word. Okay. I feel with you as well that you're not getting outside enough, and you need to get out. You need to be out in that fresh air. You need to be out with Mother Nature. Okay, because you need that. You need that to stimulate your brain. Okay, to stimulate your brain, and to also get your body oxygenated, because I feel with you at the moment, I feel with you that things are quite tough with you at the minute, Kawizi. Okay, that's what I feel with you. And I feel that you that it's a little bit of a struggle, to put your best foot forward. Okay, but what this card is saying, all right, is that you need to get out there. You need to get out there in the fresh air, but you also, would you understand, I feel with you as well, Kawizi, at the moment, that you're sort of blocked off from those that you love. Okay, I don't feel that you've been around people a lot. I don't know if you could understand any of this. But I want to say you also need to get out with people as well, people around you. Okay. And I feel that once you do that, it'll start to lift your mood. It'll start to lift your mood, and it will also start to bring a bit of bring a bit of bring a bit of that passion back to you. As I say, I don't know if you understand this, Kawizi, but that is, yeah, you stay to yourself. You need to get out more. Okay, you do need to get out more, and you need to get out more with people. All right, your loved ones, because there are those loved ones that are out there that need you. Okay. And it's good, and it's good for the heart, and it's good for the soul. Okay, to interact, and I feel that that's what you need. Okay, everybody, well, it's been lovely, as ever. It's been lovely to see you all. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Okay, bye bye.